Westhill staff, and friends, thank you for joining us tonight for this special celebration. Good evening, class of 2020. Whether you know it or not, you've been at the center of the Westhill Central School District's strategic planning for the past several years. When your class walks the stage as high school seniors, and yes, parents, that will be here in the wink of an eye, the high school you enter next year will look and feel dramatically different in your senior year. 2020, you're all about the vision. Tonight you will celebrate the completion of your middle school years. In this auditorium are all of the people who have cheered you on, picked you up when you have fallen, encouraged you, reminded you of things to do, and in some cases perhaps even scolded you. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, teachers and friends and family are all here because they care about you. We are all proud of you. Congratulations. I am honored now to introduce and turn the microphone over to your top cheerleader, your advocate, your leader, the man who is always telling me what a great class you are and how proud he is of each and every one of you. Your principal, Mr. Bernardsky.
Thank you, Mr. Bardune. This is one of my favorite nights of the year, and not because it's 2 weeks to summer vacation, but just because it's really exciting to see students in 8th grade as they move on to their next phase of their education at the high school. So it's just so exciting to see them dressed nicely and looking well and being excited to be here. So to kick us off at our moving up night, we have 2 speakers from the high school who were voted by their peers to be the most outstanding boy and girl. And it's not just based on grades. This is an award that is based on involvement in the community, being good school citizens, being participating in athletics, very well-rounded students. And this year, the senior class elected Ryan Zimmerman and Courtney Thomas as the most outstanding boy and girl, and they are here to give us some words of wisdom. So come on up, guys.
It goes by so fast. You're going to hear those words a lot, but you'll never really consider them, or at least I didn't. 4 years ago, I was sitting right where you are. I can remember I was wearing a hot pink dress. Other than the rumors I heard from my older siblings, I had no idea what to expect from high school. And I hadn't even begun to consider where I wanted to go to college or what I wanted to study. I am sure many of you feel that way right now. Well, let me tell you, most of the rumors are not true. And it wasn't until about 8 months ago that I finally realized I wanted to study nursing at Lemoyne College. Even though I was unsure about my future, I did in fact know how to balance working hard and having fun. Hard work is hard. It sounds cliche, right? But it's worth it. My lacrosse coach used to say, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I sat the bench during my junior year of lacrosse. But since I was determined to play my senior year, I internalized my coach's advice and dedicated extra time after practice to play wall ball and participate in out-of-season games. I can tell you about this other time I was up until 2 a.m. finishing my chemistry homework for Mrs. Cornell. You guys don't know her yet, but trust me, you will. Or how about all of the hours I dedicated to crafting and editing the yearbook? I can tell you with certainty that it was all very hard, and at many points I considered giving up. But I stuck with it, and I'm so thankful I did, because the results speak for themselves. In the end, I started every lacrosse game my senior year, and was named captain. I received the chemistry award, and the yearbook editor award. Every moment dedicated to sports, schoolwork, and extracurricular activities paid off. Too often, people forget to point out that while hard work is necessary, having a balanced amount of fun is equally as necessary. Without any leisure time, you'll undoubtedly burn out, but have too much of it and you'll miss valuable opportunities to improve and work toward your ultimate goals. Throughout high school, you will have the opportunity to engage in many new experiences and events such as attending prom and ball, joining various clubs and organizations, and sitting in the student section at sporting events. Yes, of course, it is important to study and do homework, but in order to make the most of the next 4 years, you need to have fun. There are so many things to look forward to now that your high school careers are beginning. Next year, you will finally have the chance to sit on the bleachers at the Friday night football games. Just remember to cheer loudly, and before you know it, you'll be working your way to the front. In the next 4 years, be sure to attend the talent shows and musicals. Whether you're on stage entertaining or in the crowd enjoying, you'll have fun. Prom seems far away, doesn't it? Pretty soon, you'll be searching for the perfect dress or the snazziest tux for a night you won't forget. Varsity sports means sectionals. You've been playing with the kids sitting next to you for many years now, and together you will have the chance to win championships for your school. Together you will be able to compete on the band and chorus trips and have the chance to win awards for your school. There is nothing more fun about high school than being with your peers. In many cases, these next 4 years represent the rest of the time you'll spend with a lot of the people you grew up with, so cherish it. What you do over the course of the next 4 years will take part in determining your future and your level of success. And although it may seem like 4 long years right now, high school will pass you by in the blink of an eye. So make the most of it by spending that extra hour every day, whether it be shooting, studying, or enjoying time with your friends. And if nothing else, remember the wise words of my 2-year-old niece: work hard, have fun.
Good evening to families, teachers, friends, and most importantly to the Westhill class of 2020. First off, I would like to thank everyone who played a part in allowing Courtney and me to come and speak to you all tonight. I'm very honored and I'm humbled to have been presented with such a great opportunity. The goal for Courtney and me coming into tonight was to share with you all a glimpse of our time and experiences at Westhill High School in hopes that it would give you all a general idea of what to look forward to over the next 4 years. But unfortunately, as I began putting pen to paper, I realized that I truly can't do that. I can't stand up here and tell you what the next 4 years will hold for each and every one of you. That's the reality of high school. It's different for each and every one of us. But what I can tell you is that the next 4 years will be some of the best times of your life. Getting through school is a triangle of schoolwork, extracurriculars, and fun. And so finding the time to balance the 3 is essential. The transition from middle school to high school is far from impossible, but in the first few weeks and months, the new halls might seem confusing, even intimidating. Westhill is a school rich in history and traditions, some dating all the way back to its founding in the early 60s. One of our most notable traditions, and one that all of you have already had the chance to experience a little bit of, is the bonfire. What you have to realize is that it's a whole different ballgame now. We as seniors are passing you all the torch, so to speak. It's your job to uphold all the hype of all things Westhill. We have one of the best student sections in the area, and the goal is to enjoy yourselves while doing it. Working hard is important, of course, but balancing that aforementioned triangle is also extremely important. So enjoy Spirit Week. Celebrate and watch how the seniors are enjoying the new school year. Cheer like crazy under those Friday night lights. And most importantly, be sure to hit up that pool on the 4th floor that we weren't allowed to show you on the tour a couple of weeks ago. Those are the memories that'll last a lifetime. That is high school. It's your time to make your mark. So, over the past few years, I've developed an acronym of about 7 letters that I think are going to help you guys maximize your time here. The first letter is W, wonder. Wonder can take you to fantastic places, and questioning what is considered normal is our only basis for change. Stop to speculate, to marvel, and to take in all of your surroundings. The next is A, articulate. Voice your opinion, because you and every member of your class deserve to be heard. High school is a time to become your own individual, so don't be afraid to find your own voice. R, respect. The teachers and administrators you meet here and the friendships you'll form here will be unforgettable, as long as you be sure to take the thoughts and feelings of everyone around you into consideration. A next R is to relax. Every single one of you are going to experience some up and downs over the next 4 years, but you've got to understand one key thing, that it will all turn out just fine. School is a journey, and bumps are a natural part of the ride. So step back, take a deep breath, and if you're ever in trouble, just remember that we toasted Marcellus in football this past year. The next is I, to inspire. Work to make a change in the world around you. It doesn't matter if that means doing volunteer work for a large-scale organization or just helping your parents out around the house. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. O, be an opportunist. High school is full of a whole lot of firsts and a whole lot of opportunity. You'll get to choose your own classes, you'll have a chance to join about any club you want, and you'll even have a chance to learn how to drive a car. So be your own person. Take it full advantage of those opportunities and run with them. And finally, and most importantly, there's one more R, and that's risk. If you could take anything from the speech, anything at all, it would be to take risks over the next 4 years. High school is about finding yourself, discovering the true person you want to be, and going out to make those dreams a reality. Take the time to find your passion and put in the effort to make sure it comes true. It won't always be easy, but it's worth the effort. Most of you know that one of the greatest boxers of all time, his name is Muhammad Ali. He passed away this past weekend. And one of the amazing things about the life of Ali was that his legacy is probably going to be more defined by what he did outside of the ring as opposed to in it. He truly was an extremely inspirational person. He took risks, and he used his platform to convey all of his messages. Amidst all of his accomplishments and all the wonderful things that he was able to say, he once was quoted as saying, "He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life." So be sure to take those risks, and you're bound to succeed. So in summary, these words of advice are wonder, articulate, respect, relax, inspire, opportunity, and risk. And just in case you haven't noticed by now, that acronym spells out warrior. As I conclude, I would just like to stress how Westhill truly is an amazing community. The resources and the support we have here are unmatched. This truly is an incredible place to live, to learn, and to grow. I can say all of this from personal experience. Everything that I've learned here, all the bonds that I've formed here, and all the time that I've spent here, have helped to create a sense of warrior pride that's so strong that I'm sure it will never go away, even as I head off to Providence College in fall. I'll always bleed royal and white. Give it 4 years, and I'm sure that you'll all feel the same way. Good luck to the Westhill class of 2020, and thank you all very much for this opportunity.
Again, it's truly an honor for the senior class to elect Ryan and Courtney, and we wish them luck at Lemoyne and Providence as they move on to the next phase of their education. The next speakers that we have tonight are also chosen from our staff. At the end of the 8th grade year, the students in English class all write an essay about their reflection on their years at OHMS. And the staff get together and they read the essays in addition to grading them, and then choose 2 essays that they feel mostly represent the student body of the 8th graders. And this year, the 2 students that were chosen to read their essays to their peers and to the audience tonight are Allison Lyons and Hannah Sheridan. And if you guys could come up here.
Walking through the middle school doors for the first time 4 years ago, I wonder how many of us craned our necks up to look up in awe at the 8th graders towering above us and thought to ourselves, that will never be me, I will never be that big. Well, here we are, all grown up, and congratulations to each and every one of us. Time sure has gone by quickly. 4 years later, I am so grateful to say that my time at Onondaga Hill Middle School has been an exceptional and wonderful experience for me. These character-building years have offered me a wealth of opportunity and a variety of challenges, which I truly believe have strengthened me not only as a student, but also as an individual. Experiences in perseverance, independence, discipline, decision-making, and friendships are just a few of the facets of middle school which have been instrumental in reinforcing so many valuable life lessons for me. It is my hope that this monumental groundwork will not only continue to evolve and flourish as I make my way up through high school and beyond. Transitioning from Cherry Road School to OHMS was a very exciting and important milestone for me, my peers, and I. Perhaps the greatest and early thrill that we, as fifth graders, were bestowed with our very own locker. A locker which, although only measuring 7 inches across, we somehow figured out how to fit a winter coat, boots, and lunchbox into, and had a combination lock that we helped one another try to manipulate for several weeks. Mrs. Dawsman should have been awarded a Medal of Patience for the number of times she helped me crack that code. Within the first week of 5th grade, we, as students, were also provided a daily planner, an increase in daily homework, and a greater independence, with which came a heightened sense of responsibility. And in addition to all these 5th grade perks was the opportunity to participate in the school band. I do not exaggerate when I say I may very well be the only child who at 10 years of age could not wait for summer vacation to end just so I could start playing the clarinet in the 5th grade band. As challenging as it would be to juggle and balance the addition of band on top of our new 5th grade academic expectations, I am so happy to say that I was determined to persevere and make it happen. My 4-year band experience at OHMS has brought me tremendous happiness and the self-discovery of a greater love for music than I could have ever realized. I will always fondly remember Mr. Van Epps and Mrs. Buell for sharing their passion for music in such a way that made band a highlight of any day for me, and for the opportunity to reach for and follow my dreams. Little did I know at the time, but as I now reflect back upon our 5th grade year, it is apparent to me that the higher level of maturity and organization which was expected of us by our teachers and administrators would prove to become an influential key to our success. 6th grade becomes official as soon as you purchase the big zip-up binder that each of us was required to have, despite not being able to fit it in our 7-inch wide locker. Into that binder we stuffed every paper from every subject from every day, alongside the crisp new planner that was back to remind us that organization is one key to our success. The 6th grade package also came with 3 teachers to share our core classes with. This trio of teachers exposed us to a variety of teaching styles, grading parameters, and levels of expectation. This took some time getting used to, but was ultimately beneficial for me in that it helped me find my voice and my stride. 6th grade was the year I finally became comfortable advocating for myself within and outside of the classroom. I gained confidence in addressing my teachers, whether it be in a defense of a questionable grade, clarification during a lesson, or making use of IA time for reinforcement and support. I learned that success is well worth the time, effort, and dedication that is required to go above and beyond expectations and assignments, whether it be building castles, launching rockets, chipping away at TFKs, or engineering earthquake-safe buildings. I also found great support outside of the classroom when I discovered the many strengths of our guidance counselors, in particular Mrs. Pizzania. She will always hold a special place in my heart for helping me learn how to weather any storm with my head held high. I will never underestimate the value of our unsung heroes, our guidance counselors. 6th grade set another new bar for me and taught me that stepping out of my comfort zone and going the extra mile may often prove to be a great challenge, but the end result is always worthwhile. I also learned that you can spot a 6th grader a mile away by the hefty zip-up binder that they carry. 7th grade for me was all about learning time management strategies. In addition to our core classes came home and careers, technology, health, and study skills. This explains a new jump in locker size. Add to this after-school clubs, programs, and modified sports, and we had several new acts we were trying to juggle at once. While attempting to balance my academic responsibilities, the maintenance of my grades, and extracurricular activities, it did not take me long to realize that my time management skills needed some fine-tuning. To make better use of my time, I disciplined myself to use class time more efficiently, freed myself from distractions while working on assignments at home, and strive to work ahead whenever possible. Finding my new rhythm not only helped me to blend new opportunities and experiences into my schedule, such as Power of Peers, French Club, and an extracurricular swim team, but also led to a much happier and less stressful academic year for me. It is amazing how less stress makes everything more fun. Some of my fondest 7th grade memories include Outsiders Day, bulletin boards, and the African American reading with Miss Saville, the Constitutional Convention, Jeopardy, and the capital of every single country on this planet with Mrs. Milligan, memorable lunches, iStaff, and our sea breeze field trip with Miss Feeney, and zany science labs with Mr. Persons, and the best lab partner and friend I could ever hope to have by my side. As 8th graders, I think we may all agree that our free time has become less available and more precious, but all for good reason. We are very fortunate to have spent 4 years with the finest of teachers, gaining exceptional education. When we are not completing homework, researching a project, or studying for exam, what are we to do with the little free time that remains? It has become very clear to me how important it is to make choices which will bring me the greatest happiness and allow me to stay true to myself. Following your heart and not necessarily the crowd can oftentimes be initially difficult, but ultimately very rewarding. This year, the school play presented itself as a once-in-a-middle school lifetime opportunity for me, and I dove right in. Always having enjoyed the theater, being cast in High School Musical Junior opened my eyes even further to the world of the arts, gave me a newfound confidence I had never imagined I was capable of, and introduced me to another wonderful circle of friends. I'll be forever thankful to Mrs. Tompkins for believing in me, and more importantly for the heart and energy she so genuinely shares in everything she does. I truly feel that this year I have possibly found the right formula for my fulfillment: academics, music and arts, and swimming. This may certainly change as time goes by, but for now I am surrounded by friends who I thoroughly enjoy and can comfortably be myself with. I have found my niche for now, and that, I trust, is the result of 4 years of great guidance, dedication, and patience. Well, we made it. Here we are in 8th grade as the student body leaders of OHMS. We have certainly earned our stripes. We deliver the morning announcements to the school each day. We have the cafeteria to ourselves during lunch period. We shine in the spotlight of Hope videos each day. We can officially enjoy the bleachers during assemblies. And we have earned this evening tonight to recognize and celebrate our milestone achievement of soon becoming high school students. While the current 5th graders may not have to crane their necks to look up to me today, I certainly feel I have grown in so many valuable ways during my 4 years at OHMS. I can safely say I have flourished academically, socially, musically, and athletically. But I also hope that I have matured as a daughter, as a sister, and as a friend. I am grateful to my loving family, my very dear friends, and the entire OHMS staff for providing me the support, guidance, and love which has carried me to today. Where there is a comfort in knowing that Mr. Bernarski is our fearless captain guiding our ship each day, an infectious smile from Mr. Woods in the hallways, an exploding name cloud from Mr. Irwin on an assignment, a light bulb year with Mr. Granada that proved how very cool math can be, or a welcome home hug from my family at the end of each and every day, you have all made my middle school journey a whole lot easier as well as tremendously fun along the way. For those of you whom I did not mention directly tonight, I hope you all know how very blessed I feel to have shared these past 4 years with you by my side. The solid foundation that you have all helped to build for me has truly been instrumental in drawing from me the lifelong tools that prepare me for high school and beyond. As much as I will miss Onondaga Hill Middle School, I will always remember with a warm smile the joy in my years here. I am sincerely thankful to each and every one of you for believing me in every step of the way. I'd like to leave you with a favorite quote of mine from Dr. Seuss. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Thank you.
Have you ever felt like your world was ending? That it was completely crashing down around you? That was the exact feeling that I felt on my first day of 5th grade. It all started with my shirt. I was in love with this shirt. It was white and had little sparkles on it. About 10 minutes before my bus came, I ran upstairs to brush my teeth. After brushing my teeth, I looked into the mirror to find blue toothpaste down the front of my shirt. Panic-stricken, I ran into my room to find something else to wear. Heartbroken and horrified, I tore through my drawers and could find nothing to replace my shirt. With 5 minutes until my bus came, I finally found a dress and a sweater to wear. In that crazy moment of my life, I learned to go with the flow, which is only one of the lessons I learned throughout my middle school years. Excuse me. 5th grade was the year all changed, and I hated change. New school, new friends, new teachers, new everything. I was mortified that I had to do so much changing and adapting at once, but I still found courage in the words my mother gave me. Sorry. Just be the best Hannah that you can be. After the first week or two, I learned that middle school wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and that the teachers were so helpful and kind. Although changing my friends still scared me, I pushed myself to open up more, and I ended up meeting lifelong friends that I will never forget. The lesson I learned about change in 5th grade holds much value to me, and I will most definitely bring it with me to the high school. When I started 6th grade, I was sad, excited, and nervous. I was sad to be leaving 5th grade, but I was excited to be starting 6th grade and to be actually familiar with the school. I was nervous because only one of my close friends from 5th grade was in my class. Despite not having all my good friends in my class, I started the year with an open mind and ended up meeting one of my greatest friends. Keeping an open mind has helped me so much throughout middle school, and I will make sure to apply this lesson in the high school. Although keeping an open mind was an important lesson, an even bigger lesson of my 6th grade year was to focus and always put 100% of effort into whatever I was doing. That was my biggest lesson in 6th grade because I finally realized that schoolwork will only get harder and you won't be successful unless I do my best on all the assignments and tests and quizzes I was given. As classes get tougher in the high school, I will keep this important lesson in my mind so I can do my best to succeed. 7th grade was also another big transition year for me. I was scared because instead of staying in the same room for almost all day, we had to switch classrooms every 40 minutes. I was also upset to not be in any honors classes, but if anything, it pushed me to do even better in my studies. We were also eligible to do many new extracurricular activities. I played modified soccer and lacrosse and participated in many different clubs. 7th grade was such a fun year because I got to try so many new things I thought I would never participate in, and I learned that it was such a great time meeting new people and trying new things. Because of this lesson I learned, I will always keep an unbiased attitude to new sports and clubs. 8th grade has gone by so fast, it seems like just yesterday I was boarding the bus for the first day of middle school. 8th grade has definitely taught me 2 extremely significant lessons. One of those lessons is that drama is not worth ruining friendships over, and instead of getting involved in the drama, I should focus on academics and sports. Another incredibly valuable lesson I learned is to not dwell on the past, but to focus on the future. An anonymous quote fits in perfectly with the lessons I learned. You can't change the past, so focus on making a great future. These are two more valuable lessons I will be sure to take with me as I move on to the high school. As I move on to the future, there is one big lesson I will always remember from Onondaga Hill Middle School and take with me to the high school, college, and for the rest of my life. This lesson is that it doesn't matter what other people think of me, and the only approval I need is my own. Every day, 11th period in Mrs. White's English class, I like to read an anonymous quote I believe holds the most truth to all the lessons I cherish. 30 years from now, it won't matter what shoes you wore, how your hair looked, or the jeans you bought. What will matter is what you learned and how you used it. Now, as we continue on to the high school, we will have to remember that it wasn't the clothes we wore in middle school or the way our hair looked, but instead we will have to focus on the important lessons we were taught. Finally, as we wrap up these last few weeks of middle school, I would like to say thank you. Middle school has been such an incredible experience, and I'm so excited to see the memories that lay ahead for us, the class of 2020.
Very fine advice from Allison and Hannah. I don't think many adults could have said that much better. So great job, girls, on the presentations. Next part of the agenda, we have the 8th grade class gift presentation, which will be presented by Lauren Holstein, our class president. So Lauren, come on up.
First off, I would like to thank all my classmates for electing me as their president in the beginning of the year. It's been a pleasure representing all of you this school year. Now I'd like to present the class of 2020's gift to the fantastic faculty and staff at Onondaga Hill Middle School. Our class cannot thank you enough for helping us navigate the last 4 years. Without your guidance, support, and advice, the fourth year journey through middle school would have been impossible. Please accept this park bench as a gift of our appreciation for all you have done for us. Thank you from the class of 2020.
Thank you, Lauren. I hope it gets through the night with me and Mr. Bardun sitting on it. The other gift from the class of 2020 is Kathy Robb every year for the last several years has come to the middle school and taken a photo. I don't know if you can see this, but it's the whole class walks outside after lunch, and trying to wrangle 158 students to make a 2 and a 0 is no small task, believe me. It's a frustrating process, but it has come out great every year, and we thank Mrs. Robb for doing that for us over the last several years. So those pictures are now hanging above the cafeteria door as you walk into the cafeteria, so thank you for that as well. The next part of the evening, I want to present the Doug Hudson Student Leadership Award. Doug Hudson was a longtime principal at Onondaga Hill Middle School for, I think, 17 years. I worked for him as a social studies teacher, then as a vice principal, and under his leadership, the school flourished. He was an excellent administrator, and he was a fine man for me to learn from as a teacher, and then as a vice principal, and he taught me many of the skills that I hope to use as I continue with my career. So Mr. Hudson, parent council and the staff created an award on his behalf where a plaque is hanging in the library with all the names of the winners. So some of the criteria that the staff look at in choosing a boy and a girl winner are some of the things that Mr. Hudson championed during his time at the middle school. And some of those criteria are that students, they stand up for each other, they make good choices, they treat each other with respect, they do the right thing when other people aren't looking, they show emotional maturity and character and integrity in all their actions. So the staff gets together every year, or since we've started this award, and chosen 2 students, a boy and a girl, that we feel best emulate these characteristics. And this year's winners are Shayo Ajagbi and Ellie McQueenie. If you guys can come in. For each student, and again, their names will be engraved and placed on the plaque at the middle school in the library. The next award I give with a heavy heart. Tara McMahon was a student at the middle school that passed away this past year. She was known by all the students and staff at the middle school, and we felt that it was important that we remember her. And parent council, with their assistants, got together and drafted some ideas of what they thought would be an excellent award in her memory. And some of the characteristics that we thought would remember Tara the best is that she had a passion for music, she was caring and compassionate, a positive role model, respectful toward peers, willing to help others, and including peers in activities. And I think she was a special person, and this is the first year that we are going to award this, and I think as we have gone through the year and try to remember her tonight through this award, and I think the two students that we chose for this award, the family would be proud of Tara. And the 2 students we chose were Jacob Fricano and Sophia Frost. that is the end of the first part of the presentation tonight. And what I'd like to do now is begin to present the class of 2020. And as we call the names up, I will kind of go through this name by name like a graduation. The students will come up across the front, walk across the front of the stage. Mrs. Morelli, the Vice Principal, will hand them their T-shirts and shake Mr. Bardoon's hand. So if we could begin with our first row, we'll proceed alphabetically. Guests, I present to you the class of 2020. Deanna Abraham. Shayo Ajagbi. Faisal Alam. Ian Allen. Adam Amaya. Dylan Emadan Crawford. Dimitri Ashodi. Lauren Bendel. Nicholas Bistrovich. Philip Bogan.